Hello everybody. So today we'll discuss about what are the main issues that Shivanshu Kaushik has raised in his video about Indian arm wrestling. So from my own understanding, there are usually you can say 5 or 4 points that he has discussed on. First is finance, second is lack of infrastructure, third is lack of medical help from the federation or the league, then use and throw nature of the league, and fifth and foremost, most important I would say, lack of unity among the arm wrestlers. So let's talk about the financial aspect. So you have to understand that arm wrestling is a niche sport. The flow of financial resources are very much limited, and if you expect yourself to get more than what a small sport can actually give you, you will always be disappointed. I will tell you something. So when Devon Ladd defeated John Brzezinski in 2008, he thought that now he has defeated John Brzezinski, he can at least get a sponsorship. He was not able to get any sponsorship. He was not able to get a single cent. Same story of John Brzezinski. He thought he could pursue arm wrestling professionally, but at the age of 60, most of his economical assets are from his airline job. So, arm wrestling is still a niche sport, and any bigger amount, if you expect from this sport, would be foolish of you. So I don't agree that any of the athletes are of like 10 to 15 lakh value. None of them have that much of potential. It's Pro Panja effort that made them look like they have that much of value, but in reality, they don't have anything like that. They cannot even earn a lakh from YouTube. Uh, Nonetheless, 10 lakh amount. So, yeah, he is completely wrong on this point, Kaushik. Second is lack of infrastructure. See, the lack of basic amenities like water and you can say refreshment is a issue, and that shouldn't be there. It doesn't matter how small a sport is. पानी नहीं होना बेवकूफ़ी की बात है. But if you think that uh, yeah, a sport which cannot even provide its top athlete enough money that they can pursue it professionally, the infrastructure would always be lagging. That can only improve when the number of athletes would increase enough that the infrastructure can be good. For example, if in a country like India, if there is not enough of income taxpayer or taxpayers, the infrastructure development will always be slow and stagnated. So it's all about the financial flow, which is limited. Hence, the major part of infrastructure of arm wrestling is limited. But with the help of PAFE, with the help of Propanjali, it is increasing. It is increasing at a very good pace. So we shouldn't be complaining about that. But yes, the lack of basic facilities should not be there, and there should always be shade for the athletes if they are competing. At least have a tent if you are doing that competition in a garden. Okay, so yeah, little bit of improvement in that aspect, but I don't have that much issue with infrastructure. You can see the last Royal Samarpan was very good. It was booked. It happened in an auditorium, so no complaint about that factor. Now the lack of medical help. Yes, that is evident, and I have a different point of view. So, what I am asking from any of the federation or the league is that you yourself don't provide any medical help or insurance, but at least you can make it easier for the athletes so that they can go to any state level or national physiotherapist center, physical centers, where they can solve their injury, solve their issue. So if you take example like if I will get injured as an athlete and I will try to get no a session or a appointment in any of the national level physiotherapy center, nationalized the government one. It will be little bit time consuming, little bit tough. But if a letter would be given to me from PAFI, it would help. So at least PAFI can do that much that if its athlete get injured, eh, at least they should provide a letter that yeah, this is my athlete, please help him to recover as fast as he can. So that aspect is lacking, and at least PAFI should work on that. Fourth is use and throw nature. See, if if you see it from very far, no, far, far no. If you see it more generalized, yeah, it would look like a throw and use, but it's something that it usually happens when a league is small. Okay, for example, I will give you example of East versus West. Okay, Ketarkali Ongarbayev is injured. Nobody cares about him right now. Okay, if you think East versus West is a very good league, if you get injured and your recovery wouldn't gonna help the league that much, it's not economically beneficial for them. And at the end, it's a business. Okay, you have to understand that. But the use and through nature is there, and one of the prime example is Akash Kumar, and that is a very disappointment. No, that is a very one of the, like I would say, main point of disappointment for me. For example, Akash got injured in his, you can say, golfer elbow. He got little bit injured in his thumb ligament. So Pro Panja or neither PAFI never helped him to get recover. At least they could have at least provided 10 sessions of PRP. That wouldn't have cost much. It would be like 20,000, not that much. So the way they treated Akash Kumar wrist hunter, that was very bad. It shouldn't be there. They actually used him until he was not able to play even a state level championships. So you have to understand that at least at least help your star players. There is a financial constraint on you. You cannot provide that much help to everybody. At least अपने तारे को तो बचा के रखो यार, समझ रहे हो? So yeah. And fifth, the lack of unity. See, arm wrestling is a new. I know I am not going to edit this one because I'm so much afraid of the app now that if I will try to edit it, I will not be able to export it again. And I have actually promised you guys that I will provide a video. So bear with it. Little bit of, you can see it takes a little bit more of it, little bit of more effort to make a video. The fifth point, the lack of unity. See, the lack of unity in arm wrestling is very much visible because it's an individual sport. There is no team that you have. Everybody has their own benefits. Everybody has their own concerns. Nobody wants to get dragged in others' issues. So it is visible, but it can be solved. The prime example would be East versus West and Engin Terzi drama. At the end of it, every European got united, and that made the league at least that much aware that they have to listen to the points of Europeans. They cannot always be leaning towards Steven Ladd. So at least all the athletes can get little bit united on certain terms, like very simple terms, like if I am practicing with somebody who is not from my federation, don't get me banned. If I take a photo with Ryan Boehm, I shouldn't be banned. Okay, that's a foolish, that's egoistic reasons to ban any athlete. and that should not be there. And every athlete should talk about that. No, they shouldn't be acting like a spokesperson of the league. I'm talking about like Benjamin, mm, writing that much on Instagram. So yeah, so these are main points, and I think I also have talked about a little bit of solution in between them. So this is the video. I know it's not that much of finished polished product as a content, but uh, I wanted to actually give some view, and I think some of the people do resonate with me. So if you don't agree with me, have any kind of like uh, different point of view, feel free to comment, and I'm always reading them and I will reply to them. Until then, love, I'm listening.